Buongiorno, welcome back to my channel. Today is Empties days, so I'm taking finally the trash out. These are all the products that I've finished in 2022. I have 2 boxes filled with a lot of skincare products, but this time I will also share with you some fragrances that I've finished. Yes, for the first time I have actually finished some fragrances. I don't know about you, but I love Empties videos because it gives me an idea if the products really works or not. So if you finished a product or multiples from the same product, that says that this is definitely working for you. This is part of my 7 days of Christmas series where I go through everything that I learned in 2022. So the best products, best releases, my most used fragrances, most used products, all that good stuff. So if you are interested, you will find in the description down below a playlist of this series, so you can click on it and you can watch all the previous episodes. And before going through my empties, just a few words about my skin. So I have quite a problematic skin. So I suffer from rosacea, so a lot of redness, especially on my cheek and here and this area on my chin. And I also have a lot of acne scars and also a lot of pigmentation because of my acne problem, or what used to be my acne problem. I also have a very sensitive skin, so I use mainly products that don't have any fragrance in them. Sometimes I do, but very rarely. And I have combination to oily skin. I used to have extremely dry patches here and extremely oily in my T-zone. Now I have normal skin in this area and still I have quite an oily T-zone. And due to all these problems with my skin, I feel comfortable to give you my opinion on skincare. I can almost safely say that when it comes to sensitive skin, or if you have any of the problems that I have, these products most probably will work for you. That was quite a long introduction. So let's start with the empties. Let's start with my first box, which has mostly cleansers and cleansing balms. So when it comes to cleansers, I am just very predictable because it's the same like last year. So I have 2 of the CeraVe cleansers, SA cleansers, and I have 2 of the hydrating one. I actually use more of the SA cleanser because I use it all year round. So during summer, I use the SA cleanser, which is this one, morning and evening. And during winter time, I prefer to go in the morning with a hydrating cleanser. And if you watched my last year's or even the one before empties, you will know my love for CeraVe. CeraVe is my go-to skincare brand. Next, I finally finished the Oat Cleanser Balm from Inky List. And I know that so many people love this one. I just don't love it. I used this one mainly to remove makeup, and it did not do a good job at that. I then just finished it as a double cleanse to remove my sunscreen, but not makeup. I mean, it's not a bad product, but it's just not enough for me. So I'm not going to repurchase that one. Next is actually a deluxe sample that I have from Dior, and it's La Mousse Off On Purifying Nymphia Infused Off On Foaming Cleanser. And this, really, the foam, the lathering that you get with this cleanser with just a small amount is absolutely beautiful, is so gorgeous. It feels lovely on your skin, but to me this was quite a stripping cleanser. So yeah, of course I will not recommend it. And I also, for the price tag, I mean, honestly, when it comes to skincare, you don't need to break the bank at all. Speaking about removing makeup, I have another deluxe sample, or I don't know, travel size of Lancome Bifacil Non-Oily Instant Cleanser. This is my second one. And I enjoy it. It's not bad. I usually use this one to remove my mascara, and it did a good job at that. But I mean, for the price tag, no, it's not worth it for me, and I just use my cleansing balm. And if I see that, like for example mascara or some areas, my cleansing balm did not like remove everything, I would go with like a micellar water or something afterward in these areas. So yeah, I found this one, yeah, nice, but very, very unnecessary, especially with the price tag. But it did a good job at removing eye makeup, especially, and mascara. Then I have another cleansing balm from Clinique. This is Take the Day Off. And again, I had this one on my last year, and I really, really enjoy this cleansing balm. It's one of the best. Is it my favorite? No, my favorite one I threw away by mistake. I mean the container, and it's from Pharmacy. I don't remember the name. I will leave it here. This is my favorite cleansing balm, hands down, the best. Love it. I'm actually planning on doing a video on the best cleansing balms, but I don't know if anyone will watch it. Moving on to this product. This is just thermal water from Aven. And I use this one after anything that has hyaluronic acid in it. So I just put the product, usually it's my serum with hyaluronic acid, and then I spritz my face with it afterward. I leave it a little bit to dry, and when it's still damp, my skin is still a little bit like damp, I go with my moisturizer. Because I'm always afraid with hyaluronic acid, if there is not enough humidity in the air, that it will dry my skin, and this is actually something that happened to me before. Let's get to my actives. So I have here 3 of niacinamide from the Inky List. This is my favorite niacinamide serum, and it's not the only one that I use. This one is formulated, if I'm not mistaken, with hyaluronic acid. Yes, it is, and it has also squalane. This is maybe why I enjoy it so much. Very, very elegant formula, so it's not very irritating like the ordinary one. Still, this is a 10%, so it's really too much of niacinamide. But I find like my skin can tolerate this one, while the ordinary one I have to be quite careful with the quantity, and I use it only in summer. I don't use it during the winter because it can be quite irritating. If you don't know, niacinamide is an amazing ingredient, but with 10% is too much of niacinamide, especially that you have this ingredient now in creams and everything, so you can actually like overdose and achieve the opposite result. So your skin will get irritated, you can get breakouts. I actually had that one with the ordinary one, so just be careful with it. My personal tip would be to use a small amount and spread it on the whole face, and even better if you like mix a small amount with your cream and then apply it. I found like this way is the best way for using niacinamides that I found irritating. Speaking of, this is from Paula's Choice Niacinamide Boost. I did not enjoy this product. It is liquidy, so not sticky like the ordinary one. And I used to mix it with my moisturizer, but for the price and the end result, because I can feel when a niacinamide is working or not, especially here around my nose. So when I use niacinamide properly, I wouldn't say that I don't have any excess sebum, but it's definitely reduced, especially in these areas here. So yeah, it didn't work for me, and it's too expensive. You have the Inky List and it works beautiful. There is one bottle of niacinamide from The Ordinary that I actually finished when I was in Egypt. So yes, I am still using the one from The Ordinary, but just for like a small amount of time during summer. Usually I go with the Inky List. Speaking of The Ordinary, let's talk about these products here. So first of all, let's talk about this one. This is the alpha arbutin with hyaluronic acid, and this is my holy grail. I am wearing makeup, so I can't show you, but I have here in this area discoloration here. It's like a patch of redness. It's not melasma. I just burned my skin, to be honest, with an essential oil. Long story. Anyway, I have been using the alpha arbutin now for 2 years, and I can actually see an improvement. It's still there, but I can see like it's shrinking a little bit. My overall skin looks better. So this is an amazing product for discoloration or hyperpigmentation. It did not irritate my skin. It's just perfect, of course, to see results. I mean, I have been using it now for 2 years and I just saw a little bit of improvement, but I am speaking about like a big patch. And I know that skincare takes time to show results. So yes, I am totally happy with it. Next, I have here the Buffet Peptide Serum. So I have the regular one, then I have two of the one with copper. I am not going to repurchase this one. I still have one bottle, so I'm going to finish that one. But when that is gone, this is my go-to. Oh my God. This is gold, 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 gold. I attribute like the changes in my skin to this product. And you may say, but you are using a lot of products. How can you say that this is the one that made like a difference? See, now I have to go on a rant, like a small one. So just bear with me. My problem with skincare reviewers, influencers is exactly that. To see if this is the product that helped you takes a lot of time, and you have to use nothing else but this product. So this is why I am a little bit skeptical when it comes to skincare influencers. Most of them judge by like the ingredient list, which can be good, but this to me doesn't amount to have actually results in my experience. So let's return to this one. And why I'm saying that this is the product that made the big difference, because this is the only active that I introduced to my skincare routine this year. And this is why I know this is gold. And copper is supposed to be like an ingredient that will help like with fine lines and wrinkles, firmness, overall firmness of the skin. Now on this point, I can say that it like did something because I have to use it more. But for my overall skin tone, glow, even plumpness in a way, because it's supposed to boost collagen, I saw like a big difference. Now, just for your information, this has a blue tinge and it smells, now you can see it, it has a blue, you can see the bluish tint, and it has kind of a metallic smell, but I personally don't care. And don't worry about this blue tinge, it will not affect your skin at all, or like the color of your skin. Don't worry about it. I started using these at night, in specific in the nights where I alternate between my retinol and my azelaic acid. Now I am using it day and night, always not with any other active. What I heard that you should not mix it with any acids and vitamin C, and yeah, I already don't do that, so I'm good to go. Speaking about acids, of course, two of my azelaic acid from The Ordinary, my holy grail. This I am using now for 4 years, and I love azelaic acid because it does not irritate my skin, and actually I find that it helps with rosacea. So if you have rosacea and you want something that will not irritate your skin that is already like inflamed in a way, this is the best product. I swear by azelaic acid. I've never tested any other brand, to be honest, to tell you if it's maybe there is a better formulation. I just stick with The Ordinary one because it works. Just don't want to try anything else. Moving on. Let's get to this one. This is from L'Oreal and it's Retinol Revitalift Laser Retinol Serum. Now, I don't use this one on my face. I actually use this one on my body. I think it was Dr. Dre that mentioned in a video that a way for you to tighten a little bit the skin on your body is to use something with retinol. So yeah, so I went with the first serum that I haven't just applied. Of course, you will use a lot of it and it doesn't irritate at all because the skin on your body is much more resilient and thicker than, and not so delicate like your face. So you can use even like a high amount. I have now the highest one from The Ordinary, but honestly, I'm not very consistent with it. So I am not seeing result and I can't blame like the product not working for it. If you know anything about that and you tried it, then please tell me in the comments down below. Now let's get to creams. Of course, the first one is my CeraVe moisturizing cream. I love this one. I finish 2 of this every year. Love this cream. I swear by this cream. I can't actually live without it. Every single time I use any other cream, except of ones that I'm going to talk about in a minute, my skin is like, what are you doing? I can feel like my skin is not the same. And when I return to it, my skin is like, finally, stop using this stuff. I swear to you, this is how it feels, really. So I swear by this product. For sensitive skin, it even worked with my mother, which is like the best test ever for any skincare. So I love it. I also bring this big jar because I use it also sometimes on my body. So yeah, I need like the big one, big format. Next, let's get to this one. This is from Aven Cical Plus. Anyway, it's a repairing cream. I got this one in alternative to, again, a cream that I'm going to talk about for the days where I am using retinol, or where I feel like my skin is a little bit dry or has an inflammation, or during the very, very cold days, I need to lather myself in a thick cream during the night. And actually, CeraVe will not be enough for me. But honestly, this did nothing for me, nothing. It is for sensitive skin and even suitable for children, but that, I didn't feel like it did much to me. But the next one, I just love. And it's La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5. This is my holy grail cream in winter. So how I use this cream. So last year, I used to put it every day at night. So before I go to sleep, I just put a nice layer of this cream before I go to bed. This year, however, since I see like my skin is not as dehydrated or not as dry, let's say, I use it only in the days where I am using retinol or like my azelaic acid. Let's get to a cream that I tested this year and I didn't like at all, and it's from First Aid Beauty, coconut water cream. Now this cream has a gel consistency and it's very lightweight, I will give it that, but this does nothing to your skin. It was quite hyped up for a time and I had big hopes for it. No, I used it in summer because I wanted something lightweight. This did nothing. It's as if you applied nothing to your skin. So big fail. I am not going to repurchase that product for sure. Next is the hyped Ole Henriksen Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. Now they got me with the word peptide because peptide is one of the ingredients that I always look for. And it's quite an expensive cream actually. And I can't say that I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. Now, I am not a fan of Ole Henriksen in general because the last cream I used from them, the Banana Bride cream, the one that is in like the orange tube, the one for under my eyes gave me milia. And since then, I am just like avoiding this brand. But then I decided, I don't know, they just got me with the peptide thing and it has also ceramides. So two ingredients that are in like number one for me when it comes to any cream. And yes, I enjoyed it actually. I have to admit I enjoyed it. It has a very nice consistency. I can't even explain. It's kind of a strange texture, and when it goes on your skin, it turns almost to liquid. Not totally liquid, but it just melts in your skin and becomes very watery consistency. And I have to say I enjoyed it. Did I enjoy it more than the CeraVe? No. I mean, how for like comparing the price, this is like really ridiculous. But I did try this cream during summer and I found it a little bit too much. So I am not saying that I'm not going to repurchase this cream, to be totally honest, just to try it during winter and see if I like it or not. The only thing that keeps me from like actually purchasing it now is the fragrance issue. It has fragrance and linalool and limonene. I don't know how to pronounce it. So I would say if you are okay with fragrance in your skincare, it's a moisturizer to try, to be honest. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Before moving to my SPF, just a quick shout out to the Cicapair Tiger Grass color correcting treatment. And I love the Cicapair line from Dr. Jart. It's absolutely amazing, especially if you have rosacea. The best line I have found out there for rosacea. It is calming. It has tiger grass. So I found that tiger grass and licorice root are the two ingredients that I found my skin reacting quite positively to when it comes to my redness. So I highly recommend everything from this line. Next, of course, of CeraVe, I have just a hand cream. I mean, it was okay. You can just use the ones that you are using on your face, on your hand. It's the same, practically. Then I have the cold cream from Aven. This is lip balm. Did not enjoy that. It had almost like sand in it, like the feeling. I didn't like it at all. So I am glad that I finished it. Okay, let's talk about sunscreen. Quite a lot. I actually have more that, of course, I used up and I forgot and just throw it away, and others that I used in Egypt. The first one I have to talk about is the Hawaiian Tropic Aloha Care Face, and it's the one that is mattifying. I used the other one, the hydrating one, I know how it's called, last year. I did not enjoy it and it irritated a little bit under my eyes. This one works perfectly. Does it mattify the skin though? Not much. Would I repurchase this one? Not really, although I actually finished another tube of it, but I think it's mostly like the price tag that attracted me to this brand in general. Yeah, I think if I am on the budget, I would go with that sunscreen. It's okay. It's not a mineral sunscreen, however, but yeah, it's not bad. I finished also one of the Aloe Soothing Sun Cream from Cosrx. That was my holy grail sunscreen, and not anymore, because I found something even better. I love it because it did not irritate my skin at all. It's a mineral sunscreen, but it does leave a slight white cast. It's okay for me, but for anyone who has darker skin, yeah, not the best choice. Let's move on to this one from Rock, and it is the High Tolerance Comfort Fluid. And I enjoyed it. So it has quite a liquidy consistency, and it did not irritate on my eyes in any way, but you have to be careful while applying this sunscreen because it can pill. So use like a gentle hand, don't rub a lot. Trouble starts when you apply a second layer. You have to be very careful, otherwise, especially I found in this part, it will start to pill. So yeah, this is why I am not going to repurchase it. Next I have from Misha Safe Block UV Zinc Tone Up Sun in Rosy Brightening. And I should have known that this will not work for me because of rosy brightening. So I don't have a cold undertone, I have a warm one, so the color of this sunscreen did not work out for me. It's not bad, it's okay, I could pull it off, but overall I did not enjoy it at all. Like the consistency, the feeling, everything was a big fail for me, big one. I also, for the second year, bought another tube of Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. I actually have another one that is not finished, that is in my purse, that I use as a second layer when I am out. And my issue with this one is that I don't like to reapply it. So it's a nice sunscreen to use once. So if you know, like, you are going out and you are coming back like in 2 hours, or it's fairly in the evening, so you are not exposed to the sun for a long time, it works beautifully. But for reapplying 3, 4, 5 times during the day, this does not work. It works, it's not like it looks bad, but you will feel it on your skin. It has quite a silicone consistency that I feel like almost suffocates my skin, and I don't like it for that. But it's cosmetically very elegant, so it looks beautiful under makeup, and your skin looks almost as if you are wearing a primer in a way. So for under the makeup, I love it, but I love more the glowy one. If I know that I am using a foundation that is a little bit on the matte side, I love to use the glow one. Last sunscreen I have here is from Paula's Choice, and I really enjoy it. This is the Skin Restoring Moisturizer, Broad Spectrum SPF 50 with antioxidants. I really enjoy it. And what I love about this one, that I actually can wear it on its own during transitional seasons and summer. So I don't use a moisturizer and then an SPF, I just use this one. However, I don't like to use it again to layer. So if after 3 hours I have to apply my SPF, I don't like to use that because it's just too much. I still have to see if during winter I will enjoy reapplying it, but from one time, love to wear it, and it is a product that I would definitely repurchase. I forgot about this one. I also have from Supergoop Glow Stick. This is really bad. It's like putting oil on your face. You look like greasy town. It's just a big no, avoid, a product to avoid, totally avoid. A very quick mentioning of some hair products. You must have noticed I am not into hair products at all, not for anything, but I love to leave my hair in a very natural condition, so I don't use any heat on it. Quite simplistic with it, so I didn't like use many different things this year. I just used this one, the Redken Frizz Dismiss shampoo, which is a big disappointment. This was just a big waste of my money. And yes, I use drugstore shampoo, and it's the Garnier Fructis Pure Non-Stop Cocoa Water. And it's my go-to shampoo, by the way. Some Kerastase products this year, and honestly, guys, I don't know. Like, all these fancy hair products are just a waste of money, in my opinion. The only one that I found enjoyable and quite nice is the Olaplex, but since I don't use any heat on my hair, I don't feel like I need it in a way. And honestly, with my very minimalist hair routine, every time I go to my hairdresser, and actually the last time they had like a microscope that they can look at your hair on a very close level, you can see everything. He was like going with his microscope, and he was like excited to see and to tell me what is wrong with my hair, and then, well, he was like looking here, looking there, bringing another strand of my hair, and then said, okay, everything is just perfect. Your strands are sealed, as there's no breakage, there is no nothing. And I was like, see? Anyway, this dry shampoo. It's really bad. I don't have like a lot of experience with dry shampoo, and I have this for 2 years now, so I use it rarely. And this is not the classic one. This is for dark brown hairs. And yeah, I did not enjoy that. Every time I use it and I wash my hair and I see this color coming off of my hair, oh, I was really disgusted. Really, really disgusted. As you can see, I don't even color my hair. Why do I mention anything when it comes to hair? And I am such a minimalist and I don't use anything. I don't know. Now, let's talk about fragrances that I finished. And the first one that I finished is Moschino. I love. I love Moschino. I love. And I've talked about it quite a lot on my channel. Very similar to Light Blue. It's just a fresh, slightly sweet, aquatic feeling fragrance that works in the very, very heat of the summer. It keeps you feeling refreshed in a way. I usually use that one in particular for after the shower, and also as, I don't know, as a daily basis when I was in the house and I just felt like I am suffocating. I used to wear this one. And yeah, of course, since I was in Egypt in summer, of course, I finished this bottle completely. And I am not going to repurchase it because I have now Love Osmanthus, like in a big format, 100 ml. I have Light Blue, so I don't need this fragrance, but I would definitely recommend it, especially the price tag. I mean, it's really nice. I just hate the bottle. It's the only thing about this one. Next, I finished a fragrance from Salvatore Ferragamo, and it is Incanto Amity. Yes, I decluttered that one a long time ago. Very, very cheap fragrance. And I'm saying cheap, not affordable, because it smells quite cheap. I mostly use that one after the shower. And yeah, I'm happy that I finally finished it. No, I wouldn't recommend it unless you really are very, very tight on a budget. And even if you are very tight on a budget, you can find, for example, Moschino I Love, usually heavily discounted. So no, it's not worth it. The musk is very cheap, and also the fragrance is very, very light. It doesn't last at all. So just avoid. I also finished 3 decants of fragrances. First one is one of my best discoveries of the year, and it is Jo Malone Nectarine, Blossom and Honey. I got a decant of that one when I went to Egypt. I finished it there, and I got myself a 100 ml bottle because I absolutely love this fragrance. It smells fresh, slightly sweet. It smells like a fresh nectarine. It's beautiful. Love it. And the honey, I mean, it gives a little bit of sweetness, but it's not sticky. Although it is a sweet fragrance, but not too much. It has still this freshness in it that makes it perfect for summer. Love that fragrance. And also I finished one of my oldest fragrances in my collection. Not like the bottle, but I mean the fragrance itself. I finished a decant, not a decant, a travel size of Desigual Fresh. I mean, just saying the name brings so much memory. This was my go-to after the shower scent for the longest time. I actually, when I first started this channel, I talked a lot about this fragrance. Do I use it as much now? No, but I still enjoy it. It's just a simple, easygoing fragrance for me that brings me happiness in a way, and this is why I love it so much. It's fruity floral, it's on the affordable side, so yeah, it works. I have a big bottle still. Will I repurchase another bottle? Honestly, for the first time, I would say no. No, I don't think that I will. Maybe for nostalgic reasons, but I don't think that it has a place in my collection anymore. With such a big collection and so many fragrances that I use for after the shower, oh, no, I don't think so. And it kind of breaks my heart in a way. But yeah, I also finished one travel size of my beloved Love Osmanthus from Atelier Cologne. The love I have for this fragrance is well known. It's one of my staples in my summer fragrances. I always have a travel size of it in my purse, especially during summer. And I usually use 1 or 2 travel size every year of it. So this is how much I love it. Again, it's in the same category like light blue, like I Love Love from Moschino, a very refreshing summer fragrance. And I actually have a comparison video between all of the fragrances, like I Love Love, light blue, and this one, which I filmed during the summer, but I didn't have the time to upload it. So that one will be coming definitely next summer. And with that, I finished my empties. I hope you liked this video and you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumb up and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget, there is a playlist down below where you can watch all the previous episodes. Tell me in the comments down below, what is your most used skincare product, and did you finish any of your fragrances this year? Looking forward to see your comments down below. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ciao!